Hello students, this is the second part of non-aligned movement, class 10 ICSE history. In the previous part, I had presented you 25 questions. Get down to question number 26. So the question is, who attended this conference? The conference was attended by Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru of India, President Joseph Broz Tito of Yugoslavia, and President Jamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt. What is the basic principle of the non-alignment was explained by Nehru. The basic principle of the non-aligned movement or non-alignment was explained by Nehru that we propose as far as possible to keep away from power blocks or group aligned against each other, which may again lead to disaster on an even vaster scale. We propose to keep on the closest terms of friendship with all countries. We shall be friends of America and intend cooperating with them. We intend also to cooperate fully with the Soviet Union. When conference of Asian countries took place before India got independence, by whose instance? Even before the independence of India, it was at the instance of Pandit Nehru that a conference of the Asian countries took place in Delhi in March 1947. 29. What is the main factor for the formation of the non-aligned movement later on? Jawaharlal Nehru prompted the delegates not to be pawns in the hands of the imperialists, but to get ready for the freedom of their countries, which was not far off. Such an inspiration of common unity proved the main factor for the formation of the non-aligned movement later on, who step by step led the newly independent countries towards the non-aligned concept. It was Pandit Nehru who step by step led the newly independent countries of Asia, Africa, and Latin America towards the non-aligned concept. What Pandit Nehru explained to the leaders of these countries? He explained to the leaders of these countries not to entangle themselves in the shackles of two power blocks, otherwise their fate would be doomed. He told them to remain neutral and get the help of the both parties. How countries remain united and maintain their separate identity, according to Jawaharlal Nehru. According to him, this could only be done if they form some sort of common institution which would give them strength, keep their separate identities secure, enable them to help each other, and help them to maintain peace in the world. What are the five principles which are maintained in the preamble of Sino-Indian Agreement? When the five principles of Panchils were mentioned in the Sino-Indian Agreement in 1954. These were mutual respect of each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty, non-aggression, non-interference to each other's international affairs, equality and mutual benefit, peaceful coexistence. Who played an important role in that Bandung Conference? The Bandung Conference of 1955 was a further step towards the formation of non-aligned movement, and it was Jawaharlal Nehru who, along with President Sukarno of Indonesia and Zhou Enlai of China, played an important role in the Bandung Conference. Why Pandit Nehru could not attend more than first summits of NAM? Pandit Nehru died in 1964, so he could not attend more than two first summits of the NAM. But before his death, he had laid down the foundation of NAM on a sound footing. When the second summit started and where? How many countries take part in it? The second summit took place at Cairo 1964. The number of non-aligned countries had risen to 47. What the members of NAM do for the countries? The members of NAM in the countries discuss the problems concerning the newly independent countries of Asia, Africa, Latin America. Not only this, they showed great concern for these countries which were still under the bondage of the imperialist countries. They dealt with global problems like the French and Portuguese colonialism in Africa, Israeli aggressions, disarmament, and Cold War, etc. 30th question is, what are the main objectives and principles of NAM? You can mention 3 or 4 points only. The main objectives and principles of NAM are as follows. The newly independent states should avoid alignment to preserve their independence because they are military weak. The newly emerged states do not like to be involved in foreign wars in which they have no interest. The NAM is against the spirit of warfare. It has full faith in the cooperation and peaceful coexistence. Colonialism and imperialism had encouraged the spirit of exploitation, so many attempts made by the non-aligned countries to end colonialism and imperialism. The non-aligned countries have firm faith in the principle of equality. They condemn racial discrimination as negation of humanity. The NAM is against the manufacture of dangerous weapons because they are essential for economic and social reconstruction at home. The non-aligned countries have full respect for human rights because they are necessary for the development of the individuals. The end of this chapter. If you like the video, then please share, like and subscribe and comment down your needs. I will provide you.